Hey there, everybody. Matt Carter here.
And Jessica Carter from CARTERMATT.com.
You may get a rare Harley cat sighting in this video if she cooperates. We'll see about that. But this video, fellow Elf Lords, it is all about Season 17, Episode 9, entitled IRL, that aired on CBS tonight. What a crazy episode this was.
Oh, yeah. It was so fun. As a gamer, I enjoyed it a lot. Although there was a lot of stuff that was happening that, as a gamer, I was kind of like, what's happening? I'm McGee.
This is what we learned tonight.
Touch.
We are both McGee. I mean, we are people who grew up on like the first generation of consoles. I mean, we remember NES, all that sort of good stuff. We when we play games, you know, we like to be more actively involved, you know. No disrespect to the streaming community. It's just like I don't watch a lot of streamers. I just sort of like...
I watch a couple streamers. Okay. I watch Ninja a little bit, and I'll watch PewDiePie from time to time. But most of the stuff I was feeling a lot like a McGee, where I was kind of like, dang, I feel like an old fart box. Like, I just don't know what's happening anymore.
We learned a lot in this episode. We learned that apparently video games are insanely addicting and people can get hooked on them overnight.
And that people can make millions, but we actually knew that
Yeah, we already knew that already. We also learned that kids can apparently do a better job at times than adult NCIS agents, so that happened as well.
Yes, it did.
So before we talk about this further, though, if you like this video, be sure to give us a like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell if you want to make sure you don't miss any other updates. Was this the funniest episode of NCIS in a long time?
It was really good. This was a really fun episode. It made me feel a little out of touch with its kind of like, hello, fellow youths. we're going to go and play these games and kill these bears with glitter. So, yeah, there was a little bit of that just made me laugh. It just made me smile because I'm one of those out of touch fellow youths.
We really, I mean, there was a lot of this that was just like right over our heads.
It was so fun, though.
It really was.
Really fun.
Like, I mean, I knew it was probably going to be fun, judging from like the early sneak peeks that showed up, where you saw Phineas under the care of Gibbs, and he tells tells Phineas to grab his gear before going to school. This is like, okay, Gibbs, you can use a different line with the kid.
No, you can't. No, it was great. This whole episode had me, and I know someone was dead in it, but it had me smiling from ear to ear and giggling through this whole thing. It was great. It was a fun time.
It was. I'll give my top 3 funny moments. I mean, Gibbs with the grab your gear was one of them.
Do it, Elf Lord.
Do it, Elf Lord is also in the top 3 of just like a...
I thought when McGee first threw that out, that Gibbs sometimes calls him the Elf Lord, I thought maybe 50-50 he's joking on that. Until Gibbs came in and was like, yeah, just do it, Elf Lord.
Gibbs is, okay, here's the best analogy I can think of. Like, everyone has like that relative who, you know, they'll hear like somebody call you a nickname once, and for whatever reason, they will decide that they are going to call you that very thing for the rest of your life. And it feels like Gibbs is totally that person, where he'll find a nickname and he'll just stick with it. And just, you know, whatever he wants to really get at you, he'll call you the
Elf Lord.
You suddenly become Elf Lord. The other funniest part of this episode to me is when Gibbs decides, you know what, I'm going to completely ignore Sarah's advice and I'm going to bring Phineas in to this case, and Torres just asks this when Torres finds out about this, and Torres' first response is like, why? Is he being punished?
Yes, and that he's staying over at his house. This was a hilarious episode, start to finish. I absolutely loved it.
It was fun. I mean, I do have a lot of questions here, because I mean, at some point we have to think, I guess, kind of logically. I mean, Sarah, was Gibbs the best option here?
Oh, absolutely. Listen. I understand that she was in a bit of a rock and hard place. She had to leave. She had to go somewhere quickly. She doesn't know anybody. She knows that Phineas has been spending time with Gibbs, and Gibbs is an agent. So chances are he's probably a good bet.
I guess so.
At the same time, she clearly hasn't spent very much time with him.
Yeah.
Gibbs, he's done a great job. in a lot of respects.
Yeah.
He's helped Phineas out in a lot of
Yeah.
ways. However, if I was Sarah and this was my kid, and my kid was brought in on a murder investigation and he's 9, I would be none too happy. I would be really mad. I don't care if you're Gibbs or someone else. I would be really mad.
Yeah.
It's good that it worked out the way
Yeah.
that it did. Phineas opened up a little more and stuff
Yeah.
like that. However, he's still also kind of going behind her back. At the end of the episode, you saw Gibbs with the laptop that Phineas left him, and they're kind of going behind her back again.
Let's talk about that little chat window. Was that like AOL Instant Messenger? Because that felt like it was like something straight out of like 1999.
And that makes sense. And Phineas is very perceptive and understands that Gibbs is still old school, flip phone,
Yeah.
doesn't know FaceGram. He doesn't know what is going on. He is not down with the fellow youths like us.
Here's Gibbs's priority list 9 times out of 10. I think this is part of what Sarah doesn't know. Priority number 1, case.
Yes.
Priority number 5, case. Priority number 10, boat. Like, priority number 12, restaurant he goes to all the time. It's like, there's not a lot of, he's always going to put the case first.
He is.
In a lot of situations. And, when Gibbs realized that his trusty tech guy in McGee was no longer down with the cool kids anymore.
Yep.
He needed to phone a friend.
He did need to phone a friend, and Phineas was able to help, and that's all great.
Yeah.
But again, he's 9.
I
Gibbs.
loved everything about this. I love the premise of, okay, here's Gibbs gonna bring in a kid in order to solve a murder investigation.
Yep.
Let's send the kid to like the one secure room in the entire NCIS office where he's up there playing games. Let's bring in Sloane so that she can just be like, really?
Yeah, is this a good idea, Gibbs? No, it's not.
Sloane is like the voice of all of us in this episode.
She's the voice of a lot of us in a lot of episodes. She feels like the real voice of reason here for
Yeah.
a lot of this, which is why I've really enjoyed having her as part of this team. They need it sometimes. He's 9.
Can we bring? Oh yeah, the number 4 funny moment of the night is when Phineas is up there playing the game to try to antagonize this opponent. McGee starts referring to them as we, as though McGee is helping and McGee is a part of the team. McGee was basically the roadie to Phineas in this episode.
That's right.
But I guess McGee takes some credit. You did help to solve the case in the end. McGee proved his worth, as he often does.
Of course.
We had a lot of detours and a lot of hijinks along the way.
And we had a guest star coming in there to play the game.
Yeah, like we had, I just feel like, this, I don't know if there's anything in this episode that's going to matter, like, 2 weeks from now.
Well, I don't know. They did bring up again the bad dad. I feel like this is building. This Phineas has not showed up for no reason. This neighbor has not shown up for no reason. And we've seen them multiple times now. This bad dad is coming into play. I'm calling it. It is going to end up happening. And Gibbs is going to have to step in and deal with it one way or another.
Counterpoint. What if this entire Phineas storyline was just made because the writers came up with the idea for this episode, and it's just like, this episode is going to be such gold that we need to spend like 3 episodes setting this up because we can't have a kid just pop up out of nowhere in one episode.
The extra tinfoil hat?
Okay,
I don't think this is happening, but
yeah.
We did have the idea that maybe the neighbor was a spy.
Yeah.
Now Phineas has been to the station. He's been he's been in the big room there with the big TV.
Yeah.
He's seen what their internet can do.
Yeah. Okay, are we going?
No, I don't think that's happening.
I was about to say, are we going Child Army direction here with Phineas?
No.
But I mean,
I'm just kidding. But I still think that there's something shifty going on with the neighbor. I feel it. There's something more going on. I don't think she's just there for no reason. Either it's going to be she's a spy, that he's going to have to step in with this dad, and because he's now personally involved with Phineas, it's just going to be a really good, meaty storyline I think is coming up for Gibbs.
I would be totally cool with that if something more kind of does stem out of this. If it doesn't, and this is sort of it, I mean, that's fine too. I mean, this was a fun storyline for what it was.
Well, also, it brought some fun, cute little moments together, like the little Slibs moment, where they were talking about Phineas, and they were alone in the office, talking about what he's doing and how he can get him to open up to him. And it was cute seeing Gibbs really want to help this kid and just not get that he is helping this kid.
Also, we learned tonight that Bishop is not the most sharing gamer in the world, because she got the whole that came at the end of the episode. I was like, Taurus, you get no turn.
But Nick shared the snacks, so at least there's that happening.
Great. Yeah, good for you, Nick. You don't get to play. You went and you bought the snacks, and then you don't even get any sort of victory in game time after the fact.
But he has snacks.
He does have snacks. He can just sit there and eat while she plays and he watches.
That's right.
I feel like this episode spoke to a lot of gamers. If nothing else, we've all been that person who shows up to someone's gaming party and they're just playing the whole time and they don't really...
Have we all been that person? Because I've gamed a lot and I don't think I've ever had that happen.
I have been to gaming events where I have watched someone play games.
Oh no, actually that is true. I went to one of your gaming events.
Exactly.
And we had to watch Bo play a game for forever, some gem game. Oh my goodness, I am...
Congratulations, Bo. You just got dragged right under the bus.
That's right.
But, yes.
It happened.
It does happen, and, it's just the part of the gaming ecosystem. This episode, I don't know if we'll remember it beyond...
I'm going to remember it. This is one of the funniest episodes in so long. I will remember this for the laughs. This really put me in a super good mood.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really know if I'll remember the story, but I'll remember the funny moments. I'm sure at some point we will refer to Mickey as Elf Lord before the end of the season again.
Yes.
And so that is our runner. Even if you don't do it again, we will take it and we will carry through. We will pay it forward through the rest of the season.
That's
We're here
right.
for you.
All hail the Elf Lord.
Well,
our new leader.
Wait, do we really want the Elf Lord to be our new leader?
I'm all right with that. I like Mickey.
I like Mickey too, but if there's another case involving something like this, we're all screwed. Somebody get Phineas. But all right, well, before we go, there is a preview video up for episode 10 already. Ziva is coming back. I don't think we'll be talking about the Elf Lord again next week. Well, I guess not next week, but it's December 17th.
Yeah,
but
it's
yeah,
a little while.
It's a while. But check out that video, and we want to know from you guys, what did you think about NCIS Season 17, Episode 9? Give us your favorite funny moment in the comments, because clearly we have a lot. And if you like this video, give us a like, subscribe, and you can support us further by checking the link in the description to the CARTERMATT store, and we'll see you here next time.